Hey, what's up? Back again.
That first bass note hit me in the chest, and I was just like, there's no way that's 2/8.
MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Hey, let's unbox, y'all. The QCLASS 12-inch dual voice coil from Cosmos Audio. Now I don't know if he playing on the name or he's trying to use it as a marketing employee, but we know who the original QCLASS is. But this is his QCLASS, and I think Q may be standing for quality, or possibly that he has his QTS, which is the average of the electrical and the mechanical of the driver, and it's such a perfect balance that he wants to say, man, this is my sound quality driver. Because most times they're trying to manipulate those two to give a desired result. So let's unbox it and see what we got here. For those of you who are into SPL, this is not the driver for you. I know this driver is 500 watts peak, 250 watts RMS. So that tells me one thing, is it should be very highly sensitive, have a very good sensitivity rating of maybe 89 or above. It's probably gonna have a very soft suspension. We're gonna have to put it 250 watts RMS, 500 watts peak. I would say it's probably gonna be geared toward, in a ported box. You're probably going to go on air on the small side because you're going to need more of the spring inside the enclosure to control it. And in a seal box, probably going to be a very, very small seal box, maybe 1.25 or 1. This is what I'm just thinking off the top of my head, with the wattage being that low. But let's unbox it and see what's going on. But for those of you who are looking for just outright, hit me before they see me, this is not a driver for you, so you can probably don't want to watch the rest of this video. So let's unbox it. Got a nice phone. Got your sticker in case you want everybody to know what's in your vehicle so they can steal it. Alright. And here go the parameters. Alright. Here go the parameters of the woofer. Okay. On the 12-inch, like I told you, the wattage is 500 watts peak, 250 RMS. It's a dual voice coil woofer. The frequency response is 25 hertz to 1.2 kilohertz. Most being the SQ Cloud, they want the subwoofer to be able to handle a little measure of the mid bass as well, so that's a check for them. The voice coil is 2.58. Interesting. Magnetite ferrite, cast aluminum basket, composite paper cone, treated foam surround, Konex spider. The parameters are as such. For the 12, it's 86 dB. In the D4, is this I don't know what model is this. Is this a D4? Yeah, and the D4 is 86. And in the D2 is 86, and the D4 is 89, which is exactly where I wanted to be. Kind of on the low end because most SQ drivers go 89 and above, so it is reaching its sensitivity rating. The FS free air is 29 hertz in the D4 configuration. If you look at the FS of 29 divided by the QTS of the QES of 0.42, let me see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got a FS of 29 divided by QES of 0.42. Woo, 0.69. So it's geared for a ported enclosure. Interesting. VAS is relatively high, 101. It's like a mid-sized box. X-Max 11 millimeters. Don't look for a whole lot of X-Max when the woofer is on the rated 250 watts. I mean, it should reach its potential very, very quickly if it's an SQ driver. All right. We're not looking for loudness. We're looking for accuracy. In fact, let's read what they say. The QCLASS 1012 is designed and engineered for the unique demand of the cardio environment to deliver optimized bass performance. Good writer there. With decades of experience for handmade loudspeakers, our major focus is the natural music reproduction and true sound quality. Even for the pickiest ears, QCLASS sub will impress them with the sound they couldn't live without, which is bass. So he's telling you it's made for natural music reproduction. It's not made to get you. Every subwoofer is gonna give you a measure SPL. Okay, every subwoofer is gonna give you a measure SPL. What he's saying is, if you're looking for that hard, impactful punch, which really is distortion, contrary to popular belief, you look for the hard, impactful, is for the most part, it's for like subs like Sundown, SA, who else want to name? Some Kicker, CVX line, stuff like that. Most of those subs, even my beloved Digital Designs, man, I beat do all my kickers. Some of them, except for the QCLASS round, most of those drivers, the impact that y'all looking for, especially at high volume, is distortion. But we're used to hearing that distortion. We want to hear that punch. We want to hear that tightening of the stroke. But this whooper here is not going to give you that tightening of the stroke. As long as you stay within the X max and the power rating, you're gonna get the sound you're gonna get the sound reproduced as it was recorded. Say that again. The sound reproduced as it was recorded. That's his goal. I do not know if he's gonna achieve that or not. We're going to see. We're gonna unbox it. We're gonna do some free air testing, and possibly won't have time to put it in the enclosure based on what the production says he have here. But that's just looking at the silver. Not all that heavy. All right. Gotta keep everything in time. It comes encased in plastic. Now let's go right off. That's right off the back. Let's look at the top. So it has a pressed paper cone. I can see that. Plastic dust cap. He said it has a treated surround. As you see, the surround is fairly low. It only has 11 millimeters of X max. That surround, not that you can look and tell. I'll be lying if I say that. But it does look like, okay, it will give you some kind of X max. He says 11 millimeters one way. Okay, total of 22. Underneath, well, looking at the basket, it has a nice little brush. Ooh, my wife will kill me for that. It has nice little brush fins on the 4-spoke basket that I have not seen this basket anywhere. I'm looking at it now. I see the venting along the bottom of the basket above the top plate, but I can't say I've seen this basket anywhere. And knowing that it's not geared for SPL, that's why he don't need the 4 spokes on it. But whatever this basket is enabling this woofer to achieve a FS of 29 hertz in my hand. The spider is a linear spider. All the rows are the same height and width. The tinsel leads are glued and screwed into the spider. Let's look at it sideways. I like the simple design, ACA design of the aesthetic design. Real simple. Not a whole lot going on up front. Not a whole lot at all. This is just a transducer made to do one thing: reproduce the music as it's recorded. The speaker terminals are not pressed; they're actually copper. That's nice. Copper terminals. Copper is a great conductor. That's what your voice cords are made of. So you got copper screw terminals that look like they accept 10-gauge wire. Nice little touch for a screwdriver. Okay, make sure you got a good connection using copper. Okay, that's great because you go from copper to the tinsel lead to a copper voice cord, 2.5-inch voice cord. The spider is I can see my hand. I can see my finger here. So it's just a single spider, which is all you need for 250 watts. RMS 500 peak. The top plate looks to be about 1/4 inch, dual 1-inch slugs with a bump back plate with venting at the bottom. Is that enough venting? It's only 250 watts RMS, 500 watts peak. I would like to have a 12-inch that's geared toward 12 sound quality to be higher than 89, but at least 89. So he has achieved that goal there. So what we're gonna do now, those of you, this is a woofer design for those of you, man, I don't want to beat down the street. I just want to sound very, very good inside the cabin. This is the goal of this subwoofer. I'm going to see if it will attain that. Probably gonna put it in a seal box, or very, let's see, let me, oh, this is real soft suspension. With suspension being this soft, if I do put it in a ported box, it's gonna be a very small ported box. I wouldn't even do 1.75 here. I would do something like 1 or 1.25 at the most. He doesn't list a BL or anything like that here, but and he doesn't give you any box recommendations. But I'm going to try a real small ported box and a real small seal box here in the future. I just want to unbox it and show y'all what it looks like. You look in the description, you can get this from Cosmos Audio. I have the website in the description for you. If this is the kind of driver you're looking for your sound, accurate reproduction, not really the distortion SPL bass that I and others love. And when I say distortion, it's just the tightening of the stroke. That's just the punchiness that we get. That way they can hear you before they see you. This woofer is not going to give you that punchiness. In fact, if you try to do that, you probably tear this woofer up. So if you're looking for just outright loudness all over, no. If you're looking for it to sound good inside your car and not take up a lot of space, this is the woofer for you. I do not know what his price point is. I do not know if he even has this up on his website yet, but I'm going to have the link to the website, the Cosmos Audio website, inside the description of this video, so you can contact Johnny. I think his name is Johnny Arnaz at Cosmos Audio. See about purchasing these drivers if you're interested in it. And if you need a box, call your boy at 446944818, because I'm probably going to play with it for a while and know exactly what it can and cannot do. But looking at it, I know this driver here, even in a sealed or ported box, is going to be very, very small, because it's going to need the spring inside the enclosure to help control it, since it has a very limited X-Max and a very, very soft suspension. Very soft suspension. We're going to see. We're going to see. Peace. Later, y'all.